Do you ever have one of those moments where a bit of an off-the-wall idea just happens to pop into your head? You end up pondering the notion off and on, maybe even lulling it over with a friend or two, but much like most randomness that swirls around in your mind, like a cloud in the sky, it ultimately drifts away. That is, at least until it doesn't. Well, as you can see, we are inching closer and closer to the room being finished. We just got the sanding and staining completed. Per usual, nothing was predictable about the process, and we unfortunately ended up having to do a few extra mixtures in different coats to achieve the final product that we have. It wasn't the exact color that I had in mind, but I am absolutely thrilled with the finished product either way. So the only things that we have left now is the application of the wallpaper, the installation of the ceiling beams, and of course the lighting installation. Me being the impatient person that I am, I figured even though we're not fully finished, we could still get started on some of the finishing layers. So ideally the rug would definitely be larger for this room, but I ended up going with an antique rug, and when you have a specific look that you're looking for and you want to go that route, you're really at the hands of whatever is out there. So I usually just pick the kind of color and style over the size and attempt to make the size work. And that's pretty much what I'm doing in this situation. I'm trying to kind of use it to my advantage and create its own little area by making the rug a defining point. I'm going to be putting 2 little chairs there, a table, a lamp, and make it a little bit of a lounging area so that the size of the rug will ultimately end up making a little bit more sense once everything is in the room. Next up, we are finally getting this big boy out of the foyer. Oh no. Yay! Okay. Whoa. Whoa. comfies have officially been employed. Fernie is ready for me to hop into bed with her. But I figured we'd do a little bit of work before we do. The youngest of the kiddos are off to sleep. Morning, y'all. So today I figured we would do another project. This is something that I have had in the back of my mind. The problem is I haven't been able to find the materials needed to actually carry it out. I'm needing to find a little antique vessel, which really shouldn't be too hard to find. So I figured we could hit up some of our favorite antique shops. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and find it on our very first attempt. But honestly, whether we find it or not, you know, vintage and antique shopping is always a good time. I just had some recent luck wearing this outfit, so I figured I could give it a try again. Although I just took it out of the dryer and I absolutely hate how tight the jeans are once they have ran through the wash cycle. But you got to do what you got to do when you're looking for something specific. All right, it was a success, y'all. You know, my idea of trying to attempt to make everything as pretty as possible, even if the only original purpose was something that is completely utilitarian. A few weeks ago, I was kind of browsing through one of these new online shops that I had found, and they had a soap dispenser that resembled a bottle. And it kind of reminded me of all the little antique bottles that I find in vintage and antique stores. And I thought, how cool would it be if we could actually DIY our own out of an actual old bottle that we found? My original thought was that I was going to take a cork, drill a hole in it, and then use one of the soap dispensers that I already had laying around the house. Then I got on Amazon, and much to my surprise, they sell this. Now, as far as them fitting every bottle, truthfully, I was just crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. No, honestly, I was just thinking, well, if it doesn't fit, I'll just shave down the edges. And this one's super close. I do think it probably has to be really tight, and that might ultimately end up working in our advantage. But I am going to have to really shove this one down. But I think that will only work in our favor because it will create a really tight seal and ensure that the soap actually gets sucked up through the dispenser. So I'm going to be honest, I am a little surprised how well this actually worked out. I did go ahead and exchange the one from Amazon, but I was really curious as to whether or not you could just take any old soap dispenser and create it, and you absolutely can. So if this is something that you want to do, whether you buy it from Amazon or you exchange the top of it with one of your old dispensers that no longer are in use, either way will absolutely work for you. Well, good morning, y'all. The house is abuzz this morning. I mentioned a few videos ago how the piers are being completed on our treehouse. Now that a lot of the structural portion is complete, we are drawing nearer to the more fun, pretty portion. I thought it would be a cool idea to visit as many tree houses as possible to kind of gain some inspiration for our own. So with that said, we are actually going to stay in one for a few days, and I figured it'd be fun to take y'all along with us. Turns out the little tree house we thought we were arriving to wasn't quite as little as we had expected. A 9-foot kitchen marble island and a balcony side foosball table. Although we weren't complaining in the least, were definitely unexpected features to be greeted by. After doing a little exploring, we decided to unload the car and make our way to one of my favorite little shops in the area. There's something about this place that just continually draws me back. The old creaky wood floors that I'm sure have stories to tell. Being surrounded by handmade pieces, those which their makers surely poured themselves into, or maybe it's just the building itself. Naturally time-worn, not touched by modern upgrades, simply appreciated just as it is. Often you'll be met with the makers of these pieces crafting away towards their next piece of work, walking up and down the aisles as if for just a moment time has stood still. It's only me who still remains. I don't feel like going home. I ain't going home. I don't feel like going home. And if it's still okay, I love to stay. I don't feel like going home.
ghost can haunt me, I ain't afraid. No memories to flicker and to fade. I don't even care which side of bed you choose. There's no impression where I have laid. I don't feel like going home. I ain't going home. I don't feel like going home. And if it's still okay, I love to stay. I don't feel like going home. I know I speak too much in metaphor. It's just a roof held up by four walls.
God, don't want to spill my coffee.
Structure.
Jeez. Then because of all of it. Oh no. And